What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you guys how you could put your players in out of position and still keep their chems. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because a lot of you guys been asking me consistently, how do you have that player at this position and yet they're still able to keep their chem because they're out of position? You guys are asking so much. I figured that, a lot of people were new already, but some of you guys don't. So I want to show you guys how to do it, because depending on who it is, you may even think that they may not even be able to be in that position. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. And stay tuned, because towards the end I'm going to show you guys I got rid of a few players, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why and the best way to go about building your team if you're building it, because you guys been letting me know too, like, hey, I've just started building my team, or hey, you inspired me to build a Cowboy team or a theme team, whatever the case may be, and you feel pressure to build your team quick. So I'm gonna speak about that at the end. But anyways, let's go ahead and we're gonna start off with Billy Joe Dupree. I have him at tight end. He's a 94 overall. Okay. His actual regular so he's a 97 overall at Blue Chems. His regular overall is a 94 overall. So he technically only went down one overall as a fullback, right? And the reason why I use him is because we don't have a fullback besides Keith Smith, which his last card is an 85. I was hoping they'll give him another upgrade, even if it's another team builder. Anything higher than the 90s would be all right for the squad. So how was I able to get Billy Joe Dupree as a tight end and also keep his chemistries, right? His overall, that I don't have I can't decide that. That's EA, but apparently EA allowed him to be a 94 as a fullback. So that's what's been determined by them. But us keeping his chemistry, the only way to do it, because he doesn't get fullback chem, is that you have to put him as a backup of a tight end, and then you put him as a fullback, and then he'll still keep his chems. If I take him out, we're gonna say I remove him out of this position, he'll lose his chemistry. You see that? You see it right there, is blocked out. Now he lost his chemistry because I removed him for that position. And if I try to put Billy Joe Dupree as a starter, they won't do it. So he has to be as a backup. I'm gonna say for this position only. You see that? Billy Joe Dupree is already a starter at another position, so they're not going to allow me to put him in there. So once again, in order for him to be as a fullback and still keep his chem, he has to be as a secondary in the lineup, right? That's it. He can't be a starter as a tight end and a starter as a fullback. That's not going to happen. He has to be a backup at his own position, and then he'll be able to be in the out of position. He'll be able to be used in out of position spot like a fullback. As you can see right here, his chemistry is now back. So that's how I've been able to get Billy Joe Dupree as a fullback and keep his chemistry. He's one of the main ones you guys actually been asking about. Okay, now let's go to the next one. We have Zach Martin, right? And we have Leonard Davis. Leonard Davis does have a card. He could probably go up to a 98 to a 99 overall, depending on what chems and stuff you have on him. However, all right, let me change my active lineup, right? We go to the Cowboy. This is a full Cowboy team, because a lot of you guys been asking me about. See, we have an 89 center. You guys been wanting to replace the right tackle as well as the left tackle. To me, my main focus right now is to replace the center, and the only reason why, if I was going to do that, is because he's still an 89. Anything in the 90s and above is pretty decent for me. Of course, I wanted to go higher, but he's stuck at 89, so don't focus on Tyron Smith, Larry Allen, Zach Martin, Leo Collins. Focus on the center next. All right. So with that being said, if you want to leave Leonard Davis as your right guard and fully power him up, I think he goes to like what, a 97, 98, or whatever the case may be, then leave him as your right guard. See, Zach Martin. Let's go to Zach Martin. Zach Martin will be a 92 overall as a center. So you can either put Leonard Davis fully powered up or Zach Martin as a center, because he's a 92 overall. Zach Martin would probably be a 92 overall, 93 overall, however you want to go about doing it. But I would do that, right? And the reason why is because it's better than having an 89. And not just that, Zach Martin is still technically a 97 and 98 overall, right? And because he has blue chem, we're going to do it right now. So let's put Tyler Baez as a backup. That's what we're gonna do right now. So I'm gonna show you guys. Remember, because you guys want to know how to keep the chem, because apparently Zach Martin is not a center. All right. So first of all, I have to remove him from the position. This is what I have to do. I have to remove him from the position. I'm gonna put Leonard Davis in that position, right? Just to show you guys. I'll fix it all up later, but this is just for the purpose of showing you guys. All right. I'm gonna put Zach Martin right here. All right, here we go. You're gonna see right now he's gonna lose his Cowboy chem. He's gonna lose all. See how it exits out. And just in case you guys want to ask me, he doesn't get no secondary chems, period. Like nothing. He doesn't get left tackle. He don't get nothing. All right. Leonard Davis does. But Leonard Davis doesn't get center. All right, but just for the purpose of this video, let me go ahead and click on it so I can show you guys, just because I know you guys are probably going to ask and want to see. Leonard Davis gets all the other secondary positions besides center. He gets right tackle, left guard, and left tackle. So if you guys want to use him at those positions, he's actually probably going to be a little bit lower overall than he would be as a center. So I just want to let you guys know that right off the start. So I would just keep him as right guard and put Zach Martin as left guard. So anyways, you see that Zach Martin got his chems removed. And we also, the only other center we have is Tyler Baez. We don't have a second center. So in order for Zach Martin to keep his chem, you put him in as a backup. That's all you got to do. Put him in as a backup. And then now you're going to see right now that he's going to be able to keep his chem. Now see, his chems are fully activated. Now he'll be able to keep his chems, nothing going on. He's a backup as right guard. Tyler Baez is be a second as a backup, because we don't have no other backup, so you don't have to worry about getting another center in order to get the 50 out of 50 Cowboy chem. We got so many, I mean, we're maxed out over like what, 56, 57? Yeah, 57 out of 50, right? But let's say you wanted two centers because you don't have certain players on your team. We don't have two centers. So it works out perfectly. Keep Zach Martin as a backup of a right guard and put him as a center. You'll be able to keep your guys' chem if you want it. You can do the same thing with Leonard Davis. You can put Leonard Davis right here, put Leonard Davis as a backup and Zach Martin as a right guard. However you want to do it are these other positions too. You can switch them around, but remember, if they don't get the actual chemistry, like a left tackle chemistry and so forth, or secondary positions, you have to keep them. Like if I would have put Larry Allen as a center, I would have to put him as a backup left guard and then put him as a center. I can't have two of them starting at the same time. That would be nice, but it's just not going to happen, right? So that's how I do it for that. Same thing, right, with Ezekiel Elliott. If I want Ezekiel Elliott as a fullback, I will still have to have him as a backup, as a halfback where he's at right now. So I could put Ezekiel Elliott right here and still keep him as a halfback. Halfback, because he is a backup right now, but he'll be an 81 overall. So that's why I didn't do it. But I could actually put him in there. Watch this, go ahead and do it. See? And he keeps all his chems because he is a backup already. But if I try to put him as a starter, it's not going to happen, because I can't have him as a starter and then as a backup. It's just not going to happen. Just to let you guys know that. I'll go ahead and fix that on later on. So that's how it goes for that, just to let you guys know. All right. So if you wanted to put a tight end as a receiver, same thing. All right. All right. So if you wanted to put a tight end as a receiver, you see Mike Ditka will be at 97 overall, which is he's a 98 overall. So he'll go down one overall as a wide receiver. You could do it. You could do it, right? But in order for you to keep the Cowboy chem, you will have to actually have him as a backup. They won't let me do it right now because he's not a backup. So let's just put, what about Dalton Schultz? Dalton Schultz. Yeah, Dalton Schultz is way down here. You guys want to have him as a backup as a 90 overall? Go ahead and let's do it. But this is, like I said, just for the purpose of the video. I don't mean I'm going to do it, but I'm just showing you guys. You see how he's able to keep his Cowboy chem, and he's not even a wide receiver. It's because I have him still as a tight end. But if I remove him from that position, see, if you remove him from the lineup, then they'll take him out of the wide receiver spot too. You remove him from that position. What's going on here? He did remove him from the position, and he still gets Cowboy chem. I don't know what happened. Oh, there it is. It's crossed out, right? You can barely even see it. It's kind of like weird, but it is crossed out though. You just can barely see it because the card is red. So I was like, what's going on? Yeah, you can't really see it, but it is crossed out because it's red. All right. So you see that little mark where it's like kind of crossing it out. It's red, so we can't really see it. But let me go ahead and put them back, and you're going to see, you'll be able to see that actual star a lot better. So that's why I was tripping. I was like, hold on, it didn't cross it out, but it did. So then I had to put him back as his backup in order for him to keep his chem, right? See, now you can see the blue star. And once again, now you can see the blue star. See that? Before it was like you could barely see it crossed out because it was all red. So anyways, so that's how you do that if you guys want to keep him, if you want to put a tight end as a wide receiver. It depends on how you're running your lineup and what you need at those positions. So I just want to show you guys that also. Um, Another thing, Micah Parsons doesn't get the middle linebacker chem. All right, he was a middle linebacker when the season started. He don't get it now. So in order for me to put him as middle linebacker, see right here, he's a starter, but I have him as a backup as a middle linebacker. I could do that, but I can't put him as a middle linebacker starter and then put him as a left outside linebacker. It's not going to happen. So for instance, let me go ahead and remove him from position. I'm gonna remove him from the left outside linebacker. I'm gonna put him right here. There he is, as a middle linebacker, but he's gonna lose his overall, which don't make sense because he was a middle linebacker. He should be a lot higher. But you see how he lost his Cowboy chem? All right. So in order for him to keep, I can't put him as a star. So if I try to put him back as a left outside linebacker, which I was showing you guys, I think you guys are already kind of like getting the drift, but I just want to do something on defense to show you guys a little besides doing on offense. So it says Michael Parsons already started at another positions. He can't be a starter at both positions. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So in order for him to do that, I have to put him as a backup. So I put Michael Parsons as a backup of a left outside linebacker. So here we go right here. So I could do that. See? And then I could put, our other one right here or whatever, but I'm just showing you guys right here. So now you see right here, he keeps his Cowboy chem. He's a middle linebacker now, but we have to put him as a backup of as a left outside linebacker in order for him to keep his chem. So some of these other players that get right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker, middle linebacker, but if I wanted to put DeMarcus Ware as a middle linebacker, which he only gets right outside linebacker and left outside linebacker, and he might even get right in and left in, but he don't get middle linebacker, I would have to put DeMarcus Lawrence as a right outside linebacker and put him as a middle linebacker. That's the only way I'll be able to put him as that positions. But if he does get secondary chem, like I was telling you guys, so let's go. So I can show you guys, I put my left outside linebacker too. So say for instance, I put the right end chem on him, and then I wanted to say we just have so many right outside linebackers, and I wanted to put DeMarcus Ware as a middle linebacker. I could actually put DeMarcus Ware as a right end backup because he gets the secondary chem. I have to activate it, and then I could put DeMarcus Ware as a middle linebacker also in order for us to utilize the other right outside linebackers if I want to do it. So there's different ways you could do it, right? So our defensive tackles too, if I wanted to put DeMarcus Lawrence, which I wouldn't because he'll be a low overall. As a defensive tackle, I can because I did that earlier in the season, but he don't get the chem. But in order for me to do that, I would have to put DeMarcus Lawrence as a backup. So anyways, I think you guys are kind of getting it and understanding that in order for these other players to be out of position without them getting the secondary chem, you have to have them as a backup, and then you can put them in that position in order for them to keep their chemistry. But if you're like, I don't care if they don't keep the chemistry, I just want them in, they're going to play the way they're going to play anyway. They might not get those extra boosts or whatever. I feel that they'll still play great anyway. Then go ahead and do it too. It's not going to be a big problem. But if you want them to keep the chem, the best thing to do is once again add him as a backup. Like right now, if I wanted to put DeMarcus Lawrence as a defensive tackle, I'll put DeMarcus Lawrence as a left end too, and then I'll put DeMarcus Lawrence as a defensive tackle. That's how you're gonna do it. So anyways, there it is there when it comes to how to put players in out of position spots and yet they're still able to keep their chem. So the last thing I want to speak about, because I told you guys I'm gonna let you guys know who I got rid of. I got rid of Byron Jones, and I don't even have the other one in our lineup, which I had Aaron Green. Both those players are good. In my opinion, Byron, if you guys had to pick between Aaron Green and Byron Jones, go for Byron Jones. He's taller. He's a better playmaker, and you can use him better as a cornerback and free safety. I did do a video of Aaron Jones as a free safety, and I will be putting it out, so stay tuned for that just in case you guys want to see that. But you can utilize both of them, right? But if I had to pick, of course I'm going to go for Byron Jones because he actually played that position before, and he's actually really good. Throughout the whole year, he's been very, very OP for me. But I got rid of him because I already have great cornerbacks. His card was going for a lot, so I'm gonna wait a couple weeks, wait for it to drop, and I go ahead and pick him back up because I just figured it'll be a little bit better. When it comes to the coins to do something like that, because I'm doing good. My team's doing good. I got all 399 Cornerbacks. My cornerbacks are great for me. They work well for me. Love Mal Renfro. He's doing good. Some of you guys don't like him, but I like him though. I like the way he plays for me. And so that's one update I want to give you guys. So if you're stressing about that, or if you want to know who's better between Byron Jones and Aaron Green, I would have to pick Byron Jones for you guys just to answer that question. Second thing I want to end it with saying that if you guys are already building your team, or you've been building it for a while and you can't hurry up and get the players you want, just do it a little bit at a time. Enjoy it, stack up some coins, buy a player or buy a couple players that you want, and little by little stack up your team. There's really no hurry, man. Like, as you can tell right here, I don't even have Michael Parsons 96 yet. And he's already a redux, and he's going for a lot, because I have to be smart about how I'm going to go about building my squad, right? And I also don't have his other card. I also don't have Randy Gregory's full version of his card, right? So you have to be smart about how you're building your team. I'm fortunate to have a lot more players, but I don't have everyone that I really want, because yeah, I got 914,000 coins, but I'm going to save it. I'm only going to buy players that I feel that are worth the money. Michael Parsons is not worth his redux, or his limited to me wasn't worth 700-800K. The new one going for 1 million coins, that's a little bit way out. If he was a 99 gold, no doubt about it, I would have pursued him probably. But even then, I probably wouldn't have. But it would have been a little bit more worth it. But as a 97 overall, nah. To me, as a 97 overall limited edition, he should have been going for about, I'll say, 500 to 600K. That's a little bit more acceptable because he's an honors card. But even then, that's a lot more. But anyways, take your time building a team. Enjoy it. Don't stress yourself over it. Eventually come together, and just enjoy as it goes on, you know, because once you're done building your team, you have your whole team, all you're gonna do is play. It's kind of like no fun no more. The enjoyment comes from the slowly but surely building your team. That's where I see it at. But anyways, there it is there. If you guys like seeing what you've seen, drop a like on the video. If you guys need subs to the channel, there will be more great amazing content coming your way. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm out.